And hello again, Internet. Here we are with Day 7 of Titan Quest. Hopefully going to be finishing up Act 2 today. We're going to try to make the push for that. Hopefully it won't take too long. Now, some of you may notice I went ahead and did a little bonus stream yesterday in the evening for me. It was a little quick preview of Wasted, the game. Yes, the game that I've been playing. Wasted, post-apocalyptic pub crawler. This nice little roguelite first-person shooter, kind of inspired by Fallout parody stuff. Very fun. I don't even like the genre, but I've been hooked on that game. And if you watched me last night, just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Died constantly. It was awful. I am bad. Okay, so we're moving on. Heading to Thebes. But yeah, it's like I'm able to. Let's stutter. Oh crap! I forgot my pets. But it's like I'm able to do level 6 consistently in that game. Get down to there, which is the second checkpoint really, where you can get some buffs, and at 6 they are actually buffs instead of the first floor 3, where most of the time they are annoying or debuffs because you're not supposed to go down that far. You're supposed to keep going. As I say, I can usually consistently get down to 6, no problem. And last night, for the recording, just death. Oh, it was very frustrating. And even then, as soon as I turned it off, I even went down to 9, or 10 actually, since 7 is a rest floor, and managed to get one of the drinks down there for the first time. Just trying to talk and play at the same time does not work out well. Which means from now on I get to blame any bad gameplay I do while recording on the fact that I can't record and talk at the same time. My brain just doesn't do it. Trying to do multiple outputs and just nope. Only got so much brain power. Once you use it up, that's it. It's gone. Before I go through to the new area, let's kill some gators. Now, I should not, yes, good, I'm not taking damage constantly from my helmet anymore. I have switched to a different piece of headgear. I don't have enough, ooh, actually, next time I get to the point where I can get to my place, the caravan dude, my storage, I should be able to put on the epic helmet. I should have the int for it. We shall see. It's going to take me a while to get down there. Any heroes in this area or just annoying? Just annoying. Alrighty. Don't have a whole lot to say today. I mean, I've complained about being in Egypt for a while. Still bugs me. But it is what it is, and hopefully I will be leaving Egypt soon. The overplayed Egypt. Why is it always Egypt? There are so many other places. No, come on, there we go. Did I not manage to summon it, or did it die at some point? I think I just not managed to summon it. I tried. But if you try to cast and then move, your casting gets erased, in a matter of speaking. It just doesn't go off because you've interrupted it yourself by moving. And that's annoying. A lot of annoyances in this game. But this is more of an older school game where quality of life features... That is something that's interesting about video games. They get more and more quality of life, it seems, as they go on. I mean, even the same game that gets updated constantly. You look at World of Warcraft today versus when World of Warcraft first came out, it is such a different game. And largely because of, well, updates have made things easier. I know that when I first started World of Warcraft, the first time I played it was back during the first expansion, Burning Crusade, which is so boring. Oh my god, it's awful. But it took forever to get your first mount. You had to get to level 40. It was very expensive. And they took up inventory space. Oh, and by the way, you had arrows back then too. You had ammo that you had to carry around with you. Nowadays, some classes get free mounts at 20. And then you can fly around too, which is even faster. And safer. Flying is much safer. It's more convenient as the player. I will grant it that. Much more convenient, but it's one of those things where the game is getting easier and easier and easier. Which on one hand, whoa, what happened to that death animation there? It all spazzed out and stretched like taffy. Really wasn't anything in here. Was there seriously like nothing in this cave? Was this a worthless... This is a worthless cave. Why do I keep going in these things? But no, games get easier, and it feels better. It's less frustrating, I'll grant. You know, and I'm not saying that games that are hard are a bad thing. God, no. I love Dark Souls 2. I've been playing that a little bit recently as well. Heck, even Wasted is a difficult and very punishing game, which I would wish some of the punishment wasn't there, because that's one thing I don't like, is losing a bunch of my progress for a bad string of luck. One thing you did not see in the recordings last night is I have died since then. There was one place where I opened a door and there was a rat-a-tat trap behind it, pointed right at the door. As soon as I opened it, dead. Nothing I could do. Just first time I've ever encountered just an automatic death trap like that, basically. But that game is frustrating because you lose a bunch of progress every time. Like, you could go through successfully 100 times, have a bunch of buffs, be practically a god, one bit of bad luck, and you lose everything. All of those buffs. You can't restore those yet that I've seen. I don't think you can at all. That's my biggest complaint in that game. Losing progress. It's not something I enjoy. And there are people who don't mind it. Dark Souls, you can lose progress in that. For example, you know, when you die, you lose these souls that are on you. And if you die before you can pick them up, they're gone for good. And that's not really a terrible mechanic. Mostly because you don't lose everything. You just lose the souls that are on you, or the souls that you drop. If you spend them on the buffs stay. Your levels stay. Your gear stays. You can lose progress. You can lose some attempt to gain levels and progress, but you don't actually lose your levels anymore. There was an item actually that if you tried using it would screw you over. It would just take away all of your stuff. They got rid of that one, fortunately. They made it so, well, the item still exists, but you can't do that anymore in the Scholar of the First Sin edition. Scholar of the First Sin, I believe, is what the what the Dark Souls 2 special version is called. Yeah, because I think Prepare to Die edition is the first one. And I don't know what they're calling the third one yet. I think I saw it, but I think they've announced it. I'm not sure. I don't remember it. But that's the difference. Losing progress sucks. And it's frustrating. It's demoralizing. It makes it feel like you're wasting your time playing the game. And I'm not good at Dark Souls. I've beaten the first one. I've beaten the second one. I've beaten most of the DLC stuff. I have not beaten the extra bosses in a lot of them. Mostly because I have a really hard time with armored characters. Stuff like Smelter Demon or Pursuer. And I have someone who, once again, has forgotten that I do the recording every day. I'm going to have to scold him. And he knows. He knows I do the recording. There's a lot of times he goes, oh, wait, you're recording. Sorry. He just doesn't watch. It would be nice if he did. But nah, not everyone likes watching people play games. A lot of people prefer to play them themselves. A lot of people want to hear any insight I might have. which right now I am actually trying to be insightful, talking about progression loss as a game mechanic. I don't favor it. I'm trying to think of a situation where it's actually something useful. It's one of the reasons I don't really do roguelite games. I don't like losing everything. And to me, there's a difference, for example, playing first-person shooters online before the fact that they started adding leveling systems and prestiging and gaining extra weapons the more you play. You always started every game at 0 and had to pick up the guns and ammos and power-up and such while you played. But it's a different feel for that for me. For example, you go to the single player and, you know, you have the save things. That way you die, you don't lose all your weapons. If you use save states, I mean, you can die, lose all your weapons, and play it, quote, normally, unquote. But saving is a thing. Quick saves, most games have those. There are fun ones that don't. And how they deal with death can be interesting. What's a good one? System Shock. I don't know if that one even has a saves like that. But it has those resurrection rooms. It does have the saves, obviously, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do things. So I think it does. I honestly don't know. I don't remember where the saves are in that, if it was a save anywhere game. I'd have to go back and watch my videos of it. But it has the resurrection chambers that you have to actually unlock. Otherwise, you get a game over if you die. So that's similar to BioShock, where there are various pods that activate, kind of like in this game, where there are those pools that when you die, you just go back to the nearest checkpoint, effectively. There's some games that, you know, you go back to the beginning of the level. Well, games that don't have levels need different ways of doing it. Or games that are more like this one, open world, which is why this has more of a checkpoint system. And there's nothing wrong with this. But also remember that, like, when I've died in this, all I've lost is some of my... I've lost some XP, and that is annoying. I don't think I've lost a level. I don't know if you can lose a level. And you can get at least some of your XP back. I don't know if you get all of it back or not. In Diablo, when you died, you lost gold, which in Diablo, gold is practically freaking useless anyway. Oh, yeah, you can do the gambling and maybe get unique. No. No, you can sit there and throw all of your money at it and never get anything. The gambling in that game is practically worthless. Same in Diablo 2. Same in Diablo 3. Diablo 3, I have millions of gold on my character. I mean, all you can really do with that is use it to buff the shrines, the random dungeons, basically the end game content. Not shrines. I don't remember what they're called right now, and I don't really care. And there are, of course, games that if you die, it's a game over to your previous save point, roleplay games and the like. Honestly, like, for roguelite games, then there are games where resetting is a mechanic. For example, for that one, I'm going to pull up an obscure game that I do not own anymore, unfortunately. It might have been one that I would have wanted to play, but it's gone now. Dragon Quest V, Dragon Quarter. No, not Dragon Quest. Excuse me. Breath of Fire, Dragon Quarter. I say Breath of Fire 5 because I believe technically it was the 5th game released. Even though they don't really call it Breath of Fire 5, it's just Dragon Quarter. And that's a game where you can reset your progress, but keep your stats and all that. And that's not the only game that does that. Dead Rising that I was playing recently has that as a mechanic as well. Only you don't really need to do that in Dead Rising, at least not once you've done through it once before. I had to do that a few times when playing the first Dead Rising, but going through Dead Rising 2 and off the record, I S-ending it both times on my first playthrough because I'm used to playing the game now and I know how it works. But it does make it easier to go, okay, well, I'm a higher level now. Let's just go through it again and actually be able to pick up the things that I missed. I like New Game Plus mechanics, which I believe that term started back on Super Nintendo with Chrono Trigger. I think that's the first thing that actually had New Game Plus named New Game Plus. And again, for that game, it was so you could get the extra endings, because that game had several endings, including one of which practically from the beginning of the game, which there's no way you're actually able to take on the final boss without, well, there is now. There are people who found out exploits and such that you can take the final boss on almost immediately. But playing it normally without using exploits and such, you're generally not going to be able to kill the final boss without having a significant amount of gear and levels that you're just not going to have early in the game. You need end game stuff. Heck, I wasn't even able to get it in my second playthrough. I had to go through a third playthrough before I was confident enough in my gear and skills to immediately take on Lavos and get the quick ending. And just various mechanics. I'm actually at the point right now where I'm talking game design and such, and my brain is, you know, in the meantime, I'm playing a game, I'm talking to you about gameplay mechanics and all. Meanwhile, my brain is going, hey, you know, I kind of like, this would be good for a game design. I kind of do want to poke around and actually make a game. That's what my freaking degree is in. I've never managed to come up with a decent one. But I will say this right now, if you're interested at all in game design, maybe even want to think about it, Humble Bundle has Game Maker Studio available right now for next to nothing. You get some source codes to look at, you get the software, you can make your own games. And don't be discouraged by, for example, if you watch Jim Sterling's show or others like that, where they show off especially asset flips in really bad games. Don't be too discouraged by things like that. If you want to make a game, even if you want to use asset flips, it's all about how you're doing it. Like if you want to use store-bought assets and such, because not everyone can do everything, and you're going to realize that your game is not going to be, you know, AAA quality, but good writing can help overcome some of that. Good design can help overcome some of that. Some of it is just, you know, you're using this particular engine, it's going to be this particular engine, and it's going to be bad. Like Game Guru itself does not make very good games. It just doesn't. Excuse me a moment. Had to cough there and did not want to do it when I was on the mic. So that was another place of just nothing. Well, I mean, I can't say I got nothing out of this. I got plenty of loot. Lots and lots of loot again. But I'm not looking for loot. I'm looking for progress. But if I were to make a game, and, you know, not just the current Humble Bundle, but there are several times they do various game-making Humble Bundles. You watched me on this stream a little bit play Kalari's little side game, Elemental Wars, made with apparently default assets on RPG Maker VX Ace. That's another thing that's on Steam. You can check out some various game engines that way. Game tools to help make games. Definitely, if it interests you at all and you have some free time, I'd say do it. And not just... Oh, I don't know the right way to say this. Words have failed me. Like, really really sit and poke at it, especially if you're young right now. If you are school age, in your off time, take the time to stop and make a game. There are sites, like if you make a, I would say Flash, but Flash is kind of dying. Make a Web 5 game or HTML5 game if you can. I think most of those will export to that. Or a phone game or something. You never know what's going to be the next big hit idea. For crying out loud, Flappy Birds went crazy. Okay, there's the caravan driver. Good, good. Gonna go sell. Talk to this dude for quest. So we're actually progressing now. Progress. I can't use words. I'm gonna take a drink now while he's talking. Ah. Great. So don't use magic. Well, good. I'm not going to use magic. I'm going to use my sword. Okay, great. So I guess my goal is, my goal is going to be now to go kill a priest. Alright. You are not going to be as good because I have the set item. You, not going to be as good. And nothing else really to sell. Oops, I should have kept that one, the smaller stack. Okie dokie. Let's head back down to the caravan, dude. And is this giving me much int? Plus 10% int. Ooh. Ooh, so I might not be able to do it without that. Does this give me any int? It does. Well, let's see what happens here. Hey, I am able to wear it. Poison resistance, reduces poison duration, chance for poison retaliation, and it doesn't actually poison me. Good. Great. Done. So I have a couple more of these. Shroud of Eternal Night. I don't think any of these are dupes, are they? Shroud of Eternal Night, Pale Moon, Razor Claw. No, none of them are duplicates. So what is this one? Well, first off, let's do this. Mix, mix. And this actually... Boom. So I'm almost done with this. I just need 2 more Demon Bloods. Where's the Diseased Plume? Up here. And we got Vile Ichor. And Lupine Claws. And the Carcapiece. And we are 1 Carcapiece away from getting this next artifact complete. This will complete this. And this can go here. Okay, let's see what we have for these. Essence, Valor of Achilles. Which one is Achilles? There we go. Valor of Achilles. Check. Bat Fang. Check. 2 things need the Bat Fang. And Venom Sac. Check. You know what? This one's done. So I'm going to go complete it. Da, da, da. What'll it do? Ooh, that would lose 15 int if I take that off, though. But I'm going to at least complete this one anyway and see what it is. Okay, so what do we have here? We need Scroll of Stalwart Alliance. Lupine Claw. And Essence of Set's Betrayal. Where are you, Set's Betrayal? I might not have any of Set's Betrayal yet. Does not appear that I do. Well, alright then. Move the charm over there. Move these over here. Alright. Well, I need, what is it? Scroll of Stalwart Alliance. Create an artifact! Yay! All right. Let's see. Is this going to be better than the other one? It does 10 damage, poison damage, energy leech, that could be good. Piercing damage, vitality resistance, stun resistance, plus health, plus attack speed, and some extra piercing damage. Lightning, electrical burn, energy leech as well. Can't wear the helmet with it on though. Oh well, you know what. Here. Now I can, because the helmet is powering itself. I can't actually trade these, can I? I can't sell them. That's okay. I don't really want to. Which of these is better? I'm gonna put this new one on. Plus 10% attack speed. That'll work. So this can go down here. New artifact! Yay! Scroll. Stalwart? No, 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 no. You don't have a stalwart. Okay. And back to chill looking around. Chill looking. Really? Yay! Found this one. That means there's only one left. Only one left. Good, good. And it's only been half an hour, so hopefully we'll be able to finish this chapter today. Which means this is a shorter chapter than the previous one. I approve of this. There's you, and I don't see any side quest dudes. Okay, where am I going? The corrupt. Oh, he has a side quest. Temple of Set. So this is the Temple of Seti, right? Is this? No, this is the Highland Pass. This is the Temple of Seti. Wait, I thought this was Thebes. Well, do I have to go through this? I can't go through that. Okay, maybe he went this way then. Nope, locked by quest. Okay, I go this way. Never know where I'm going in this game. But yeah, if you want to make a game, if it just sounds interesting to you, and you have a decent idea, and a good game takes a lot of work, it does. Even something like Flappy Birds takes some work. The reason Flappy Bird sold, one of the reasons anyway, that it did as well as it did, is the high score thing. It was a game with a very simple mechanic, just like the original arcade machines, which is one of the reasons I say don't discount casual games. Because something that focuses on just a nice, simple, entertaining gameplay mechanic. And the high score element meant that you were always trying to better yourself. It was just a simple thing, and sometimes simple is good. If you can come up with something that's simple and hasn't really been seen before, or even if it is something that hasn't been seen before, if you have a new twist on it or a way to make it better, give it a try. And again, don't be discouraged when you see like Jimquisition and all these shows on the bad video games and asset flips. And realize that there are going to be people who say bad things about you in the game. It's just a fact of life. Grow with thick skin. Don't worry about it. Let them have their opinions. Okay, I guess you're still alive. I don't know how that one worked. Well, okay, not alive. You're undead, so that's obviously not an issue. But yeah, there are going to be people who say bad things about your stuff regardless. Don't try to fight them. Don't make things worse by like starting to attack them, try to delete them, threaten them. No, just let them say what they're going to say and don't worry about it. Embalmed dead, undead zombie, captain, blah blah blah. Lesser energy potion. Well, what's down here? I have no idea where this priest I'm trying to purify is. So I'm just going to go down in all these various things until I find one. Going to end up like yesterday where I have all sides of good progress, all of it killed as soon as I try looking for the side quest. Get lost for half an hour. Destroy my forward momentum. Like, if I were going to make a video game, personally, I would put a leveling system in it, a buff system, and it would be something that... Well, there's two ways to do it. You can have it where the entire point of the game is to see how far you can get, you know, a score-based thing. And it would have to be something of a score base, not just some arbitrary progress, but something like a tower defense, where you always start at near nothing and you're just trying to... Well, then again, there are tower defenses that have various levels, but I'm talking about like an infinite tower defense. I would do something like that. I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying I would do a tower defense. I'm just saying that the theme there, where you start at next to nothing and your goal is to see just how far you can get with the resources in that, and not random either. I wouldn't necessarily... Well, there'd be some randomization, I think, but I wouldn't necessarily want something like FTL, personally, where... More of a roguelite. Well, yeah, exactly. I would not want to build something like that, personally. I would probably have something where, you know, the score that you get... Yeah, there's the priest. I did go the right way. That the score you get can be used to purchase upgrades while you're playing, and thus you're spending your high score. But, you know, enemies have set amount of score that they'll give you, etc., and it gets harder and harder as you play until eventually you run out. Something like that would be a game that I would try to make, because it gives the player incentive to continue to play, to try to get better. You have a sense of progress, but only each individual game, and it's designed that each individual game you have some progress. I might include some unlockable things, like if you get so many points you can earn new cosmetics for the ship, and it would be cosmetics. I don't entirely want to give straight up buffs so that people who play longer are better, you know, have more of an advantage, unless I want to do something that is the goal, where it's more of a new game plus style game. But if I did that, I wouldn't have it so that they get taken away. Ooh, look at that scorpion. That thing is huge. No, if I were going to do something where you unlock buffs as you play, the buffs would stay, even if you died and lost. You wouldn't be able to lose those upgrades. That's just my personal opinion. And if you were going to make a game, if you're ever going to release it, at least when you play the game, make sure that you enjoy it yourself. And I'm not kidding on this one. Because if you build a game that you enjoy, even if you only hit a niche audience, that not a lot of people like it, you will find an audience. But build the game that you want to play. Just do it. And enjoy yourself doing it. And of course, you know, the more you practice, just like everything else, the more you practice, the better you'll get. I want people to play with those, with the Unity engine, with Gamebryo, Game Maker, whatever else they're all called. Even if the stuff you make at first isn't very good, I would like more people to make more games. And the one example that I will always cite for why I really think more people should just go ahead and make games, even if they're not great, is Five Nights at Freddy's. The developer of that had made this crappy little game, and the graphics on it, people were complaining about, looked creepy. They looked like, you know, dead, soulless animatronics stuff. Not just that, but really creepy versions. And this game had nothing to do with anything like that. That's just, the graphics did not match the game, they weren't very good, etc. But the developer listened. Instead of yelling at the people who were, you know, complaining about the game and criticizing the game, the developer listened and went, okay, creepy animatronics, huh? You know what? I can do something with that. And Five Nights at Freddy does not have a very complex game design. You can see its roots in games, well, kind of like Night Trap and the like. But the gameplay, it's not empty either. There are things in it. There's a mechanic, which is kind of silly, the fact that doors need power to close, etc. But you have different behavior from the various creatures, the various animatronics. That players can learn and play, and it's a fairly simple idea. Ooh, why am I not spending my points? Oh, right, because I'm saving them to upgrade something. It's a very simple mechanic, but it's done well. Even the graphics really aren't that complex. But this is the thing, they don't have to be. Look at Undertale. The graphics in Undertale are, well, good for what they are, but nobody would call them cutting edge. They are pixel graphics. I believe, I've heard rumor that the game was done originally in RPG Maker, and if that's the case, RPG Maker can do a heck of a lot more than I expected it to. But, and I could be completely wrong on that. I could be absolutely wrong on that. I don't know. But like, no one's going to say that those graphics are next gen, but they fit the game. And even in that one, it's the writing everyone loves. And the music, let's be honest. The dude who did it is a musician, so the music fits. But really, it's the writing that excels in that particular example. I don't know. I'm rambling, hoping that I'm saying something that people will take something positive from. Because that's all I want from people. Positivity. But I want to see more people making more games, even independent games. I'm not someone who has to play the latest, greatest AAA title. No, no, no. I will happily play independent games and the like. I've been playing Wasted, for crying out loud. I have AAA games from the past decade plus sitting on my hard drive, installed, not just in my Steam list, but just ready for me to play. I've got new games, I've got old games, AAA, you name it. I'm playing Wasted instead. Because even though I don't like the genre, I'm having fun, and I can't deny that. Well, here we are, the Valley of Kings. Did I finish the quest? No, I have to go back. I have to go back and tell them. And hey, look, there's a portal so I can go back and tell them. Stalwart Alliance. I think that's the one I needed. I'm actually going to sell the sword, too. Tag that. Go back, look at that. Wow, it's actually been really fast. I didn't expect it to be this fast. Still needed to do today anyway. Yo, dude. My dude. Where are you? Dude, I killed him. Yes, yes he does. Grim Totic Staff of Demonology. You know, that's going to be sold. Mage goods. Mages aren't good. Okay, so Stalwart Alliance. Yep, that is the correct one. Okay. Moving forward once again. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to sell. That can be sold and that can be sold. I'll just drop this down here. And let me take a look at my skills once again. I needed 8 to get to here. In which case I start doing this. Yeah, okay. That's why I'm holding it. That's still closed. I'm sure that'll be open when I do the main quest here, which is to go search for the Takeen. Thought these were supposed to be Titans, but whatever. So somewhere in here is a boss monster. And possibly the end of chapter. Because maybe that's what that door is. Maybe that door will let me move on to the next chapter after I've beaten the boss. We'll see. We'll see. Okie dokie. Well, I'm probably going to have to go down here. Yeah, this definitely looks like a boss type area where I'm gonna have to go down and down and down and down and down. Oh wait, what's this? I'm so happy I found that. Of course, these pets will not last. They just will not. There's no way. Come on, need to get the third one. I love how quickly we're moving. Please let me get the third one before the shrine disappears. Please let me get this third one. Yes! Oh, I got 3 powered up pups and a powered up nymph. Unfortunately, she didn't have the other skill yet, but I almost should put 1 point into the other skills for the pets, just so that if I hit a shrine like that, it gets up to 4. Well, I actually don't know how much it improves it by. For all I know, it only improves it by 1. Well, hold on. Oh, it's already gone. So I don't know how much those shrines actually improve these skills by. I was assuming 3 because, you know, you get 3 points per level, so 3's kind of locked in my head for point increases. Wouldn't it be nice if the amount of points you got was dependent on your skills? That would actually kind of suck, because then it's like, oh, the more int you have, the more skill points you get. You put all your points into int. Or even better, if you have more strength or endurance, you just straight up get more skill points that way, which would make you want to spend almost all of your early points to try to make sure you get more points later. And it's one of those terrible trade-offs where early game you really gimped yourself, but then late game you're a god. And I think that's actually kind of bad design, so don't listen to me on that. That is what I tend to do in those type of games. If there's something that will give me more points later, I like to play the long game, and sometimes you suffer for it. Because the early levels can get, especially the mid levels can get really hard. Hey, I wasn't as zoomed out as I should have been. That is very zoomed out. I did not realize you can zoom out quite that far. Actually, I probably did, but I don't know why it was so zoomed in this time. Pets, don't die. Jeez, I just buffed you guys. Don't lose the third one already. Good Lord. I do like that we have some enemies that when they die spawn spirits as well. You know, an enemy's corpse is still dangerous. Wait a second, is this not the right tomb? That's not the right tomb. Well, crap! Here I was all excited that this is the final dungeon to go through, and nope, just a normal cave. Damn. But at least I found a mastery shrine down there. Can't take that away from me. Well, they can when they kill one of my puppies, but still. I don't think anyone actually watched my bonus stream, and I'm not surprised by that since I kind of did a very unannounced, off-the-cuff, decided, hey, I like this game, I want to show it off type stream, but I don't know if I should start doing more things like that. Heck, I don't know what I should be doing at all as far as what people enjoy watching. It's difficult. It's one of these things where you have some people who will show up when you play a game that they like. You have some people who have stuck around, and I appreciate all of you who have. Like seeing what kind of crazy games that I can find. I wish I could find more of the crazy games to show you. But it's difficult to find out what people really enjoy the most. Like, I tried doing those free-to-play reviews for a while. I think people liked them. I don't know. It did delay my actual playing of real games, though. Like, even the Soulforge stuff, that did attract Kalari, but that's kind of about it. It's one of the reasons I haven't really done it lately is... I've already shown you guys the game. At this point, you know it exists. You've seen me be absolutely terrible at it. And I want more people to play it, and hopefully I've raised enough awareness by now. At least as much as my little channel will find. Heal, thank you. You know, I like these things, but it almost, I mean, it's a generic design, but it's like, I don't think these were in Diablo 1, but they're in Diablo 1 or 2, but they're in Diablo 3. And this game did come out before Diablo 3, so did Blizzard actually take something from this game as well? Is it a two-way street, maybe? Maybe. Just maybe. Either way. I don't know why I'm going down these... That's why I'm going down the side ones. Okay, fair enough. There's a royal coffer right there. That's actually a pretty decent chest. Let's hope it has something good in it to make it, to justify that little sidetrack. It did. Boom. That's why I'm doing the side stuff. And again, is this the right tomb? Is this the wrong tomb? I have no idea. I have no way of knowing. It could just be that I am defiling graves. Just like I was, you know, trying to prevent people from doing earlier. Because it's okay when I do it. Apparently. But, yeah. Back to the idea of making your own game. If you are going to do that, and please do. Please. Seriously. Oh, God! Dang it! I tried hitting the heal. He didn't heal himself. So there goes my pups. But if you are going to make your own game, put a twist on something. Just something in it. Make a unique point and kind of be amazed what happens. For example, yesterday I was talking about that one quest to prevent the enemies from defiling one of the crypts, and yet here I am defiling all the crypts around. Have it disincentivize the player from doing things. You know, like, you're supposed to be protecting people. Why are you breaking into everyone's home and stealing all their stuff? Why are you running around defiling crypts when you're supposed to be protecting it? Or even make it so the character has the choice on that. You know? Go the route where your actions can twist the world. It's harder to make. Those types of things are more difficult, especially the changing world based on the player's decisions, but you'll make a bigger impact with that. Look at Undertale. That's one of the things in Undertale. your actions can drastically affect the game. That's why there's the two big types of endings. Oh, you bastard, you're full heal again. Come on, man. I've been killing all your friends. Die already. Trying to clear this place out so that I can kill the hero monster more easily with less risk. It's not working well. There. That thing's been taken care of. Ow. Sunset Mal. That's obviously not his name, but I'm not going to try to pronounce that. And that was so not worth it. Yay! And progress does appear to have slowed again. That's okay. I've still got time. Today was going pretty fast anyway. I usually record for about 2 hours, and it's only been less than an hour so far, so we're still good. We still got time. I should try to record for a little. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, a blue I'll take a look at. Oh, yes. Energy regen. Ooh, a lot of lightning. A lot of lightning. Let's put this thing on and see what happens. It does mean I lose that extra onslaught, but let's see how well this sword does for me for a little while. Man, I lost another puppy. Ooh, extra damage to constructs is nice. Since there are several constructs in here. Although I think the other one had some health steal. Does the other one have health steal? No. But it does do more damage overall. Oh my god. No, look at all that extra lightning damage. Holy crap. No, I'm going to use this one for a bit. That and goodbye, Shrine. As I do a lot of lightning damage now. Well, I'm still going down, which tells me this might be the right one this time. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Let's search for. So, again, this is like right out of Diablo II in the Egypt area there, where it's, you know, you had to find the right tomb, and you could find the right tomb if you knew something ahead of time. It would actually tell you which one was the right tomb, and then you can go through all the wrong tombs as well. But this is one where I'm looking through the tombs to find the proper one, I guess. I think I might have it at this point. I don't know. You know what? This sword really does not seem to be doing as well. Really isn't. I don't know why. I'm going to go ahead and switch this one back. I mean, does this affect my health at all? It doesn't seem to. I don't know why. Yeah, it even seems to be doing more damage to the constructs, so... Oh well. Well, it does help the skill that it has. I can get an extra couple buffs worth, which ultimately is probably better than the extra damage that the thing does. If I didn't have that one skill, you know, went into the War Mastery to get it, then the other sword probably would be better. I don't know. I can never tell what's supposed to be better, what's supposed to be worse. I just go by what feels right. So I'm not very good at these games. I need to increase my healing at some point. Crescent Blade of Carnage. Are you something? Oh, you're a majestic chest over here, so I'll take that. Good. Good. And we are still moving through this place, so it's bigger than the previous one. Despite what she says, size matters. Another chest back here. Nope, this is a dead end. Oh well. It's fine, I'll kill stuff anyway, try to get some XP. So I need to level once more so that she can start throwing shields around. Then I am going to drop 1 point. Well, I mean, obviously the shield's going to take all my points right away. But after I do that, I am going to start going back and dropping 1 point in the other pet skills. Just so that if I hit a shrine, it'll be more than 1 point. And hey, 1 point is... it's another skill they have. You know? I prefer to focus and max stuff out. But if they have another skill that's at least moderately useful, great. Speaking of... no, I don't have one. Now, obviously, I could probably get a ton of skills on this character if I really wanted to. Okay, yep, there we go. There's a door. So, we're going to do it this way. Remember this? Go out here. Go to Thebes. Go to the Resurrection Fountain in Thebes. What are you guys doing out there? Sell some crap. Another one of you. I like the other one better. Cool. Bye! You. Tap that. There. Now if I die, I come back to here. I don't think I've just sold any blues yet, so... where are you? You're here. There. Now I have a full lupine claw. It's not down there anywhere, is it? Don't see any other lightning bolts at the moment. Still don't know where this last, what is it? Essence of Set Betrayal is. Don't see it, so well, whatever. Okay, sell those two and we should be good to go. Bye. Right in the middle of his conversation. Bye. Now, back to this. Drop the portal again so that it's right outside the door. What was the button for that? L. Okay. There he is! This is a funky looking dude. Ow, that hurts! Oh, he's doing the splitting into three thing. Don't do that. What? Okay, now what's going on? Well, I got a boss monster killed. Well, are these things hurting me? Are they hurting them? What's going on here? Why? Ow! Stop burning me! Stop everything! There's another one down. Another one bites the dust. I guess that was a fake, and this must be the real one then. You got all of us after you. What are you going to do? Whoa, I got an achievement. Call of Nature. Must be casting so many puppies. Okay. And an orb. Loot box. Silent runners. Orb of thunder. Rock on. So that's taken care of. Now what do I have to do? Take the tablet and meet Imhotep again. Let's check these silent runners out. Probably... Ooh. Actually, yeah, probably not going to use them right now, but I'm going to keep them. You, on the other hand, require a lot of dex. You're probably better than the other bow, but I don't use my damn bow anyway. I'm stubborn like that. Wait, where am I supposed to meet Imhotep? Was it in Thebes? I think it was in Thebes. I can go anywhere else, so it's not like that's a problem. Yeah, he's in Thebes. Okay, if I do this, does it screw me out of anything? That is a way better bow. Probably never going to use it. Okay, where are you? He's going to be over here, isn't he? Yep, he's going to be by the door I couldn't open. Okay, we're getting close now. So we got a Tolkien dead. Babylon, of course. Oh, yeah? Hanging Gardens of Babylon. All right. Kronos. Great. And you think they wouldn't have tried going after this long ago? Okay, I like this. But the scepter didn't work. Remember? It broke. Oh, okay. I guess I got the scepter again. Thought it broke. Alright, 2 skill points. So I have 9 skill points. It only takes 8 to get into that. Click. Perfect. And then I can do a point there. Next level, I can do a point there, point there. And I have no idea what else. Probably more into that. Oh, it does actually piercing retaliation too. Nice, nice. And what is her final one? Power. Okay. Oh, there. There. Now she has a shield for us. And apparently I'm not done with the chapter, even though I just beat a boss. It wasn't the chapter boss. That's unusual. I mean, the Telkeen was the chapter boss the first time. You'd think it would be the chapter boss again. And it was at least a decent boss fight. Wasn't overly difficult. Was amusing. He had some skills that you had not seen before, which I approve of. The whole splitting into 3 thing. I don't know why some of them died so quickly, though. I'm wondering if that sunlight that was coming down was killing Telkeen. But if it was, I didn't pay attention. I was too busy hacking, slashing, just trying to kill it. Do I have to cast it myself? No, I don't. So she will cast it at some point, supposedly, hopefully, maybe. I do wonder if it means there's going to be another boss fight. I would assume there is. Because, you know, end of chapter boss fight. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with not having a boss fight at the end of chapter of just, okay, now you got to hurry to the next one. Go, go, go. Even though there's no real sense of urgency that I'm seeing. There's no countdown timers or anything like that. Pick it up! Thank you! Well, obviously I'm going to climb the stairs. I don't even care about that bone pile. Let's just go upstairs. What a shocker. Wow. This actually looks like... This is reminding me of the first level of Serious Sam here. And there's that level. Hallelujah. This is the same basic inspiration for that first level of Serious Sam. It really is. This is what I say about Egypt being freaking overused. This is the same freaking set piece even. Okay, skills. 1 point into that, 1 point into that, so that you two actually can do something now, and another point into that. Should have actually put 1 point into making the healing not take so long. But again, that would only have been because of the Shrine of Mastery. So, not really necessary. And don't get me wrong, it's actually useful to be able to cast it more often. There's the indoor. Since you guys don't kill the obelisks, I'll take care of it. Why are you not casting the spell I gave you? Does it only affect her? Whoa, apparently I'm a champion. Okay. I'm level 25. I had not noticed that thing before, so... Whoa, level 40? I might be in trouble. Where does the charm go? Oh, it goes there. Oh, that's useless to me. What am I looking up? Skill. This is more than just you, right? To create a living shield around allies. Okay, so why aren't you using it? Maybe you are, and I'm just not noticing it. Ah, even the music's starting to sound like Serious Sam. Because it's just so generic Egypt music. Uh-oh, is this going to be a boss? Probably. I don't need to go do the teleport thing, because the shrine was right back there. Shrine. Pool. The Lazarus Pit. Frickin' Razafraggin. More sphincters. Kill the obelisk quickly, please, before I die. Oh, the puppies were too far away. Yep, boy. Oh, that would be why she's not casting it. Because I didn't resummon her. I forgot about that. I have to actually summon her so she has those abilities. Same with the wolves. Okay. I am dumb. Ow, ow, ow! Okay, we should be a little bit better survivability now that I have the new... that I actually have the new skill on her. It does seem to be nature's big thing is survivability, which is good. I like being able to survive. I will survive. Fire trap. More mechanical parts. Oh yeah, we do seem to be doing better now. Thank you for having the actual skill that I gave you. See, what they really should have done something about this whole graphics problems like that. That's really annoying. And yes, it would have been difficult to fix that. They could have tried. Should have tried. Oh, I don't know if I'm actually being... definitely being better survivability right now. I can just... I'm not taking as much damage as I otherwise would. Hall of Prometheus. Why are you in Egypt? But we'll be approaching Babylon soon, in theory. Kind of want to see what's down those sides. Well, if there's a door up here, I'm going to go back down and go through the sides and see. Because those things look like such clear, special paths. Yeah, no, let's go ahead and go try down them, see what there is. They look like such clear places where a secret stash would be that I have to know. Oh, it's giant-headed developers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that nymph spell is doing so much better. Look at that. Then again, the wolves also have the ability to buff each other. As I figured, a few treasure rooms. Good, good. So there's been some decent progress leveling, a slight increase in power for my character today. That's always good. You don't want him to stagnate forever. You always want to become a little bit more capable as you play. In these type of games. Discounting the type of games I was mentioning earlier. In fact, going back to one thing I was mentioning earlier, going way back to when I was discussing game design again and roguelites and unlockables in roguelites, one of the things that developers do to extend the life of their roguelite games is, I'd mentioned that if I had unlockables, they would be cosmetic, which is something that Wasted does. It has some cosmetic unlockables. There are some games for example, coin crypts that use unlockables to power up your character, which, you know, you can get access to more coins, more character classes, things like that. And one of the things this does, in my opinion, is artificially prolong the game. Now, I say artificially. It means that you basically can't go in on your first try and win. That you're pretty much going to have to go down several times, becoming more powerful as you do. It's the reset mechanic, kind of like the Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter had, in a way. It's a bit different, but still. As a general rule, I'm not a fan of that. I mentioned that, you know, Dark Souls, Dead Rising has a similar style of mechanic, but I also mentioned that in Dead Rising, you don't actually have to use it. You can beat the game completely fresh on your first time through. And that's honestly what I would prefer. But there are ways to do it that aren't so bad, especially on roguelites. For example, in Wasted, I would love if I could set up a bar in my own setting, my own dwelling, for the express purpose of, okay, you know of these drinks. I can just pay the money, get the... instead of unlocking the buffs individually on each character, if you could just unlock the buff, period, that you can go back to your home, and if you're going to do that, you lose them on each character, or even just, you know, have a limited number of buffs that your character can have. If you just unlock the ability to get the buffs, and even if you have to pay, in that game, toilet paper, if you have to pay TP to get the buff for the run, that's fine. It would be something to spend your resources on. There are ways of doing it. And every way has its advantages and disadvantages, and a lot of it is purely subjective. There's going to be people who like one way and don't like another way. And ultimately, even the things that I'm suggesting what I would like, that's not necessarily the best way to do it. It's just what I personally would like. Oh man, this is a longer dungeon than I was expecting. But that's there we go. There's the door. So we're gonna do the portal thing again, where I go portal. Yes, back to Thebes. Even though I'm kind of in Thebes. Sell my stuff. Get ready. Come back. Drop into the portal. That is the most distracting. Like, in all seriousness, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it look all deserty and windswept, but it is so bad looking to have just this square in the middle of the city be the only place where this shows up. Like, this spot right here is particularly windy. If you go over here, you're fine. You go over here, here, around here, you're all fine. But if you stand right there, it's particularly windy. Never heard of it. Storage? Caravan storage? Yeah, sure, you can store your caravans here. I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to. I don't know what happened to my voice there. Ah, whoa, whoa! Don't hit the wrong button. And away we go. Back down to what should be the chapter boss fight. Is everyone ready for this? Are you ready? Is your body prepared? Are you sufficiently puckered? Nightmare of Desert. yeah, so far, not overly impressed. I mean, look at this. Thanks to the new buffs on my characters, I'm not even getting hurt, really. There we go. Now he's going to try to hurt me. And that's it. Well then, if that was the boss monster, I am not overly impressed. He didn't even drop an orb. The Telkine dropped an orb. The Telkine was a better boss than that, which honestly makes sense. The Telkine should be. There's the altar, and that should take me to Babylon. That's it! Drop the portal here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, if I drop the portal here, you know what? I'm actually going to have to go back. I'm going through the gate. Because I can't just save the game right here and go. I'm going to go ahead, go through the gate, start the third act. But it's not going to be until I come back from my break that I play it. I am taking my 2-day break, my weekend. I mean, I've played this for a week straight. It's not like I even do 5-2, 5-2 like normal people. No, 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 no. I just did 7 days in a row, and now I'm taking 2 days off. I'm going to take my normal break, a couple days. I'm going to come back with a different game, hopefully a first-person shooter, hopefully get back to my roots. Once I'm finished with that, we will come back and check out Act 3, Babylon. But let's go ahead and walk through the portal and see what happens. Yes, I wish to go to Babylon. We are in Babylon. Now, before I do anything here, there, this portal's active. That's the main thing I wanted to do. Portal's active. We're good. All right, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube, again, in an incomplete state. Let's take a quick pick. Yep, see, Act 3. Looks like there's only 4 acts. So maybe I've only got about half the game so far. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and update this to YouTube in its incomplete state. And then we'll put the rest on when I get there. Till then, Internet, take care and enjoy the games you play.